a couple of sponsors of the show: SMashGo, which is the online training and resources for entrepreneurs. And they do things like run online programs like Canva Mastery for Business. They also got, interesting enough, another program which is called How to Create 12 Months Worth of Content in 60 Minutes or Less without writing a single word. So I'll talk about that a little bit later on as well too. And of course, we've got Cloudways, who are our web host, and they've generously provided a 20% discount on WordPress web hosting, $15 free credit on your first month, and a 2-week free trial for you to go and check it out. So if you go into that link, easyurl.co/Cloudways, and if you go and sign up for a free trial, they will automatically apply those discounts and credits if you happen to take them up on that offer at a later date. All right, well, let's have a look at our roundup of cool online tools for today. And these, most of these are tools that I happen to have used over the holiday period, and they're ones that I found particularly helpful. So first one is this one here. Have you ever wanted to email someone and you weren't sure if you had their right email address? So in the particular instance that I had an admin email address. So it was like admin at their domain. And I wondered whether they had a personal email address, which was just their name. So all I did was to, in fact, jot their name down. I can't actually remember the email address I was looking at, but if I demonstrate on my email address, I guess that their email address was probably their first name at their domain. So type that into this free tool called tools.emailhippo.com and hit that go button. And what this tool does is it comes back and lets you know whether it is a valid email address or not. So in this case here, it says that this particular email address is a valid email address. The more info there, we'll just give you some more information on the domain. It tells us that it is with Google. So it's a Google Workspace address. So it'll tell you whether it's Microsoft 365 or Google. Not that that's probably much of a help in terms of that sort of information, but it certainly is a help to be able to find the addresses of the people that you'd like to get in touch with. So obviously having a name email address is better than the admin email address. And this came about because I was looking for a potential speaker for another organization. They had admin on their website and I wanted to reach out to them personally. So this tool just allowed me to do that. So if you want to check people's email addresses and find out whether it's valid and whether it's going to get there or not, then this is a great tool. You can also use it with your CRM as well. This part of it's free. If you want to validate all of the email addresses in your CRM, just to ensure that you've got a high deliverability rate, you can use this tool. It will cost you, it's not very expensive, but you can upload all of your email addresses in your CRM. It can validate them all, and then those that are invalid, you can contact them to get their new email address, or you can just discard them out of your CRM. So that just keeps your CRM clean and keeps your reputation for emailing to be a good reputation. So this one is called tools.emailhippo.com. Now, all of these links, as always, we'll drop these into chat. If you're not sure where chat is, if you have a look at the Zoom toolbar at the bottom of your screen, you will see an icon that looks like a speech bubble, has chat written underneath it. If you click on that, that'll open up chat, and you can see all these wonderful people introducing themselves in chat. So we've got these little side conversations happening there too, which is what it's all about. But we'll have all the tools in there as well too. So you don't need to worry about jotting it down, because you can save the chat at the end of the evening by clicking on the 3 little dots, which it's moved. I think the 3 little dots are at the top right. It's at the top right of the chat now. It used to be down the bottom. So they've moved it in the new year. It's at the top right.
They keep us guessing.
They certainly do. All right, next one I've got for you is emoji copy. Emojis are these little images that have become part of our vernacular, part of our online environment, used all over social media, but they actually happen to be quite helpful in email, things like emails, like email subject line. You get a better open rate if you've got an emoji in your subject line of your emails. and even scattering through the body of the email. You'll notice that we use emojis in our Facebook posts when we're promoting this particular event. And one of the reasons for that, it breaks up the text, it makes it more easily readable, it's a friendlier sort of thing. So where do you get these emojis from? If you're on your phone, obviously it's easy to get emojis off your phone and add them into your posts and into your documents. If you're on a computer, which is often where I'm creating information,
fresh calls for mandatory drug testing.
Let's see if we can. There we go. We're muted there. So with this particular tool, it is emojicopy.com. If you find an emoji, there's hundreds of emojis that are in here. If you find one that you like, what have we got? Something that looks like, it probably isn't actually golf. Just click on the emoji. There's a drop down at the top, click copy, and you've got that in your pasteboard, and then you can go to your social media site, click paste, and it will paste that emoji in. So very simple to use. It is free, and it does really help to sharpen up some of your marketing. I've used some of these emojis with Canva as well in some of the marketing that we've used in Canva. So again, that is emojicopy.com. All right, next app I have for you is one that Alex Hormozi, if you've read Alex Hormozi's book, I think $100 million offers, he has just invested a ton of money into this app here. I discovered it over Christmas. I did find this app before Christmas. It's one called Skool.com, SKOOL.com. And it really is a community building app. So it's sort of like Facebook groups, if you like, but it's off the Facebook platform. It's in this particular platform. And you can have, Facebook group style of conversations in here. You can have threads in here with topics for people to chat in. And you can run courses in here and programs. So it is good for course creators and program creators. And you can offer free courses and paid courses. So if you want to charge for your courses, then there's the opportunity to do that here. One of the things that this does have going for it, it is a community-based thing. So you're running courses. So it's a bit like having a Facebook feed there. And in that feed, courses there that people either do for free or they can pay for it. So it allows you to monetize some of your content. For anyone that's using it, you can search for or filter the courses that are here. So, if you're looking at business, you would just click that business icon at the top, and that'll just give you a drop down of all of the business courses that happen to be on this platform. So it is sort of like a closed community, a closed platform. People subscribe to it, and once they subscribe, then they've got access to all of the communities and groups that are in here, depending on their interests. And for you in business, it is a good place for lead generation, for people that are the sorts of people that you might want to have in terms of clients or customers. Some of them are sitting in these communities. You can develop these communities in here, and it gives you access to a worldwide community of people that you might not be able to reach through other means like social media and various other methods. I don't know about you, but I have on Facebook, for instance, it has become a platform of a depersonalized platform. That if you have a look through the comments, where you get your name mentioned, then the only things that really get mentioned there are these group mentions. So it's moved from a very personal platform to quite a depersonalized platform. So that's why people are starting to look for communities like this. Fortunately, LinkedIn hasn't quite gone down that track yet, but certainly Facebook is one of those ones that's becoming more and more difficult to get traction and engagement on for that reason. All right, so that one is Skool.com. And next one I've got is one called Vectors. Now, I did use this one. You will see some of the items or images that I pulled from the site in my presentation tonight. But it is Vectors, which are basically scalable images. So all you would do is go and vectors are like drawings. So they're not photos, they're drawings and cartoons. So you just type in what it is that you'd like to search for. I've typed in the word cliff because I'm looking for some cartoon style images of cliff faces. And this is in fact what I did use this for over the Christmas period. And here we've got a whole lot of drawn pictures of cliff faces. So, and these are free, so you can just download these for free. and then you can go and use them in, say, something like Canva if you're wanting to create images in there or social media posts in there. It's just a great source of alternative images. So that one there is called, it's a bit of a long or a bit of a funny name, en.ac-illust.com, ILLUS.com. Luckily, we're putting that into chat because that's a hard one to spell out. And the very final one for you is one called transcript.lol. So this is for you if you've got audio or videos that you want to have transcribed. It is an incredibly accurate transcription tool. So, and that's one of their claims there, and it is quite accurate as well. One of the things that's unique about it is that you can get let's say a URL of a podcast that you happen to like. You can drop it in here. It will transcribe that podcast for you. So if you prefer to read it rather than listen to it, you can drop it in here and it will transcribe the whole podcast for you. And it does actually store those podcasts on here for other people to browse as well too. It will create summaries. There's obviously some AI component in behind this as well. It'll create summaries of your audio files that you've got. You can categorize things by topic. It'll do things like separate out all the speakers, so you can name the speakers. And it is a different way of, I suppose, grabbing content that is video and audio and giving it to in text format. Also good for you too if you're running shows like this one here, and you want to transcribe it. It is another good tool to be able to transcribe that. And in a world where you are trying to create content and repurpose that content, if you start with video, this is a really good tool to be able to turn that video into text, cut it up, use it for social media, use it for a blog post, as a start for a book or a chapter in a book, for lead magnets, for all sorts of things. So yeah, so it is a particularly good tool for that. This one's not free. It does come with a price tag, but it's not particularly expensive. Start off at $10 a month. That is US dollars, so that's around about $15 Australia and New Zealand. And that there is a roundup, our first roundup of tools for 2024. So tell us, what was your favorite? So just drop into chat, which is the one that will take you down that rabbit hole that, if you've got some tasks you don't really want to do, you can go and explore one of these tools. We've got them all in chat there as well too. All of the links are in there so that you can save that chat. You can actually save it now and then save it again at the end of the evening. It will save to that same document. But yeah, let's find out which was your favorite and take a vote on that. All right, what do we got? We got school, hippo, school. All right, lots of schools there, schools and emoji. Jeebus, school is by far the winner of tonight. So it must be some budding course creators, community creators on the call today. Excellent. Well, of course, all of these tools, we will drop these into the Business Owners SmashGo Online Facebook group. If you're not a member of that, just jump over to Facebook, search for Business Owners SmashGo Online, and go and join the group, and you'll see all the past tools in there as well too. Feel free to introduce yourself to everyone else that is in there as well. Tell us a bit about what you do as well. And of course, you'll probably see some of these tools posted out across LinkedIn and some of the other platforms, because this show here, Live and Breathe, what we, what I teach in terms of content is we cut all these tools up into individual bite-sized videos, and we use those across social media, and we do transcribe them as well too. All right, well, there we go. That's our first online tools session for this evening, for 2024. If you've got tools that you think would be helpful for us to profile, feel free to send those through to me. You can contact me through Messenger or that Facebook group, email, however you like it. Always keen to see this, what sort of tools you're using, and happy to credit you if we happen to showcase this tool as well too. In fact, having said that tool school, I didn't find that one. That was my partner, Jenny, who found that one. So I better credit her because she's not here, but she's likely to be watching this at some point.